Alright, it's Friday. Welcome to the Devo. I know everybody's glad it's the weekend. I'm so excited for no school for a couple of days. We are still in Psalm 63, and today we're going to be in verse 8, which is probably one of my favorite verses of the whole psalm. It's so awesome. And the more I studied it, for today especially, the more excited I got about it. It's so cool. Really awesome verse. So we'll go ahead and dive in. And if you're following, you can turn to Psalm 63, verse 8. Verse 8 says, "I cling to you. Your strong right hand holds me securely." This is a good translation, but I also like how the King James translates it. The King James translates the first part, instead of "I cling to you," it says, "My soul follows hard after you." It's a really cool picture that we have. And notice, so the King James says, "My soul follows hard after you." And the NLT says, "I cling to you." Notice that both of these ways that they translate cling, either "I follow hard after" or "I cling to you," they're both really strong words. Right? To follow hard after God is to pursue Him with everything we have. It's not just I follow hard, but it's I'm sticking right there. I'm staying right behind you. I'm staying right beside you. And to cling to something, man, to cling is not just to say, "Hey, here, toss it over here," and you kind of grab the remote when your dad throws it to you and you drop it because you weren't really trying for it. Man, to cling is to be on the edge of a cliff and somebody throws you a rope and you grab it and you're clinging to it for dear life. These are strong words. To give you another idea, the word translated here as "to cling" can also mean glued together. It's the word that's used in Genesis when it says there's a time for man to leave his mother and father and to be joined together with a woman in marriage. And it's the idea of you're coming together, you're separating, and you're coming together for life. That's a strong bond that is to never be broken. And we experience so often that bond is broken, but God created it to be an everlasting bond. And so it's this word of God, I am so close to you. I am following as hard as possible after you. And we see that desire from the first two verses. I earnestly search for you. My soul is thirsty and hungry for you. I feel dry without you. And we see David coming back to that, and he's saying, "Look, God, I cling to you. I follow hard after you. No compromise, no lukewarm, no easy stroll through the park. I am running as hard as I can after you, God." That's what David's saying. And the second part is even more, even more awesome. It says, "Your strong right hand holds me securely." Again, I like how the King James translates it. The King James says that your right hand upholds me. So the NLT says that your strong right hand holds me securely, but the King James says that your hand holds me up. It's the same word used in Exodus when Moses is going out to battle, and God says, "As long as your arms are up, I'll give you victory. But if your arms start to fall, you'll start to lose." So Moses is standing there on the battlefield and his arms are raised, right? His arms are raised and they're winning the battle. And then he starts to get tired and his arms go down. And then his army starts to lose. And so his friends come over and they raise up his hands and they hold it up when he can't. And so David is saying, God, even more than how hard I follow after you, when I start to fail, when I start to lose strength, your strong right hand is there holding me up. When I fail, your blood covers all my sin. When I'm tired, you're made perfect in my weakness. So even more, God, than how hard I can come after you, there's a chance that I will be unfaithful at some time. But praise you, God, that you are never unfaithful, that you always hold me up. What an awesome verse. I love it. I hope that impacts your life today.